Good morning, Pretu. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Mrs. Yasmin with you. Kindly open your upstream book, page 72, 5C, the grammar. Great. So, first of all, we're going to listen to this joke, and then we're going to try to elicit the rule and elicit the topic. Great? Ready?
You said that my new car had a 2-year guarantee. Yes, that's true. You also told me that you would replace anything that broke. Yes, I did. Great. I think you need some new gates.
Okay, so this is my conversation between two men. They're talking about a new car that he bought, and unfortunately, like he had a crash or he had an accident with the car. So he was making a joke about this. Great. So we're gonna answer some questions about this joke. I'm gonna ask you, who's talking, and what did he say? So first one, you said that my new car had a 2-year guarantee. He said you said that my new car had a 2-year guarantee. Are these his words or these words were said by someone else? So are the words direct or indirect? That's the question here. So actually they're not indirect. Great. If they are direct, he would say, you said your new car had a 2-year guarantee. Okay, so what's the difference here? The difference is that he said, you said that my new car had a 2-year guarantee. So this is the difference here. So the speech is reported or it's indirect. What's the difference between the direct speech and indirect speech? Actually, direct speech is direct words said by someone. For example, when I say, I'm going to my aunt tomorrow, I said that's to my friend. So my friend went to you and told you. Yasmin said that she was going to her aunt the day after. So is it a direct speech or not? Which is direct, my speech or her speech? My speech is the direct one because I said it directly to her, but her speech wasn't direct. She used the same words but in different structure. This is the difference between the direct speech and the indirect speech or the reported speech. So here we have the definition of both of them. Direct speech is the exact words someone said, while the reported speech is the exact meaning of what someone said but not the exact words. So we have some changes. Great. Let's go here to check the changes. Okay. For example, here, the direct speech is the exact words somebody said. Actually, they're put in quotation marks like those. Can you see them? These are called quotation marks or speech marks, indirect speech. While the reported speech, the exact meaning of what somebody said, but not the exact words. So we don't use the quotation marks in the reported speech. So the first thing that we do in order to change from a direct speech into indirect speech is to erase where omit the quotation marks. Great. Then, when you say the words that somebody said, you have to use an introductory verb. What's meant by this? Okay. For example, when I talk, I say, I'm going to my aunt tomorrow. When you go to say this speech to someone else, what will you say? You will say, Yasmin said that. Said. Said is called an introductory verb. So I'm introducing the sentence using the verb say or tell. Okay? So here we have introductory verb, say or tell, and with the word that, which can be omitted. So I can say Yasmin said she was going to her aunt, or Yasmin said that. But actually, we can say tell that. We say she told me. Okay? So if you're gonna use well with that, you're gonna put a pronoun between them. Let's go to this example.
are delighted with the public's response to the campaign.
They said that they were delighted with the public's response to the campaign.
Okay, so we have a direct speech here and a reported speech here. Let's go and focus on the difference between them. So, what happened first? The girl was talking. She said, between quotation marks, we're delighted with the public's response to the campaign. Then, when he tried to report her speech, what did he do? He said, they said. It's an introductive verb, and then he brought that, which can be cancelled. So I can say they said, and then you can say they say that. They were delighted with the public's response to the campaign. They instead of we, and then we have were instead of are. So what happened here? You're gonna change the pronoun because you're not talking about someone who's standing here with you. You are like referring to someone who's not here. So when you report, you're gonna change the pronoun according to the person who was talking. If the person is we, it's gonna be they. If the person of, he said I, for example, I said I, and I'm a girl, so it's gonna be changing to she. The boy, you're gonna be changing to he. Delighted with the public's response to the campaign. And then what happened to the verb? It was verb to be in the present. You're gonna go backward to the verb to be were. So or here became were. So the rules that we have till now, that you're gonna change the quotation marks, you're gonna omit them, and then you're gonna change the pronoun according to the speaker, and then you're gonna change the verb. You're gonna go backward with the verb. So if it is in the present, you're gonna go to the past. Okay? With the public response to the campaign. This is the reported speech. Let's go to another example.
I belong to an environmental group that rescues wild animals,
Said Lisa. Lisa said that she belonged to an environmental group that rescues wild animals.
So what happened here? Actually, if we're focusing on the verbs, so the verb in the direct speech was in the present simple. She said, I belong to an environmental group. But when I change it to a reported speech, what happened to the verb? Yeah, you go backwards, so it changed it to past simple. She belonged to an environmental group. So what if I'm talking about present continuous, for example? Like, I'm eating pizza now. So Yasmin said that she was eating pizza then. So this rule is applicable for all the tenses that we have. If it is present simple, you're going to change it to be in the past. If it is present continuous, you're going to go to the past continuous, and so on. Great. Let's go here to another example. We're focusing on the verbs too.
I'm gathering leaves off the forest floor to protect it against fires.
Said Mike. Mike said that he was gathering leaves off the forest floor to protect it against fires.
Okay, so what happened here to the verb? Focus on the bold words. You're gonna have the verb in the present continuous. I'm gathering. Okay? When you change it to the indirect speech, it became what? He was gathering leaves off the forest floor to protect it against fires. Okay, guys, so this is an important step that you're gonna take while changing from direct into indirect, okay? And then we have more examples here, focusing on the same thing here. We have the verb in the present perfect. I've been employed for many months, said Brian. So Brian said that he had been unemployed for many months. Present perfect, change it to be in the past perfect. Past simple, so can be past simple or past perfect. I participated in cleanup day, said Linda. So Linda said that she participated or she had participated. This is an exception here. So we have two options. Either to follow our rule, like you go backwards with the tense, or if it is in the past simple, you're going to keep it in the past simple, no problem. And if you change it to past perfect, no problem too. Okay, and here an example in the past continuous, which will be in the past continuous or past perfect continuous too. We have the two options as well. Great. Let's go here to the auxiliary verbs or the modals here. So will be would, can will be could, may, might, or could, must can be must to or had to. Okay, I'll take some plant species back to the lab, said the biologist. So the biologist said that she would take some plant species back to the lab. Okay, let's go to this note. Would, could, might, should, oughta, would better, used to, and mustn't don't change. So if they are already in the past or in the conjugation, the second conjugation, so you don't change them. So I have it like would. How will you change would? Okay? Great. Let's go to some verb tenses remain the same in reported speech when the introductory verb is say and tell. So, what is the difference here is that the verbs are in the present. So, for example, smoke causes breathing problems to people living in cities. Experts say. I didn't say experts said. Okay? So, if the introductory verb is in the present, so the whole speech will be in the present too. So experts say that smoke causes breathing problems to people living in cities. So you have to focus very well whether the introductory verb is in the present or in the past, because according to it, everything will change. In the reported speech, personal, possessive pronouns and adjectives change. So as we said before, if I'm talking about myself, saying I and I'm a girl, so in the reported speech it will be she. If I'm a boy, it will be he, and so on. How about the possessive pronouns? According to the pronoun, we change it at the beginning. My experiment on tropical plants is going well, said the biologist. So the biologist said that his experiment, because I'm talking about him. Okay, so I'm not talking using the exact words, but I'm giving you speech with the exact meaning. So you have to change the possessive pronouns according to the pronoun himself. He. So his experiment on tropical plants was going well. Okay. What happens to the time words or time expressions? So, for examples, like when I say, I'm eating pizza now, and I want you to report my sentence. So you will say what? Yasmin said that she was eating pizza now. No, you won't say now. You can say then or immediately. Okay? So the time words change according to the meaning. So now will be then, immediately. Today will be that day. You don't say today. Yesterday can be the day before or the previous day. Tomorrow will be the next or the following day. This week will be that week. So this will be that. And these will be those and so on. Last week, the week before, or the previous week. Next week will be the week after or the following week. Ago will be before, and here will be there. For example,
We planted hundreds of trees last week,
said a member of the environmental group. A member of the environmental group said they had planted hundreds of trees the week before.
so focus on the bold words that are last week. So last week, change it in the indirect speech to be the week before. So going back to all the steps that we have from the very beginning, we said that in order to change the direct speech into indirect, first use the introductory verb say or tell. And then add that, and you are not obliged to use that, so you can say she said or she said that. Okay? Second, you're gonna elicit the quotation marks. Third, you're gonna change the pronoun according to the speaker. Fourth, you're gonna change the time expression according to the word that you have, as can you see here in the examples. And fifth, you're gonna change the verb. You're gonna go backward, except for the past verbs, you can keep them as they are, or you can go more back step, like the past simple and the past continuous. Okay, so this is our lesson today about the reported speech and reported statements. See you next time. We're gonna answer questions together. Bye.